Hey guys, so this week I've had a few questions about the Ute in the beginning of my videos. I've never actually done a video on it. It was done before I started YouTube, so there's just pictures. I'm gonna do a slideshow of how I built it and what I did to do it. Uh, this was the car my two of my daughters had driven when they first got their licenses. So thankfully it survived. Uh, they didn't want it no more, and it was during COVID. It was sitting in the garage one day looking at it and go, what am I gonna do with this thing? So hey, I'm gonna make a truck out of it. So we got the cutting and we decided to put an airbag system in and lower it. We're gonna show you what we did. It's unfortunately it's just a slideshow. I wasn't doing videos back then. So this was done, I started October 20th of 2020 and I finished it on July 4th of 2021. So it wasn't a giant build, but it was a lot of fun, and it's still a lot of fun. It's fun every day I drive it. And now that it's getting warmer out and it's not snowing anymore, it's pretty much a daily driver for the summer between this and my Camaro. So these are my fun toys for the summer until I get the Jetta built and the other Mustangs, and well, more fun toys to build. So we're going to show you what we did and how we did it, and we're going to do another one. I'll show you pictures of I'm going to do a 2002 Honda Accord this summer, and we're going to do another one. This one will videotape. So we're going to get to it, and we're gonna get to it. We're gonna show you how we did it. It's a 2001 Nissan Altima. Obviously, it was a 4-door. 2 more doors than I really wanted. Oops, I'll go on the other side. Badge on it, limited edition Altima, and it truly is now. Interior used to be beige. I painted it black. You'll see in the videos. And the bed. Up here is where your fuel pump excess is. And here is the spare tire with spare tire and mount. I also have poles that you'll see in the videos. Comes with a truck rack, and I also put an umbrella in it in the summertime to keep the sun off me. The tailgate does work. Okay, so the tailgate is functional. I don't have anything on it because we really don't open it for anything, but there it is. It does open and close. It's got latches on the side. Obviously on air ride, tanks are located tanks located behind the seat. You got some flyers for some car shows back there, probably other goodies. There's some wax back there. So behind the seats, the air tanks. Got Motegi wheels, and when it's all the way down, it's right on the edge of the tire. Say it's not even drivable that low. It's been sitting in storage for the winter. Sits inside the garage. Side windows and back windows are Lexan. And you'll see that I made this fiberglass piece from styrofoam form. But there you go. We'll go through the video, the slides. We'll show you what we got, how we did it. This summer, this 2002 Honda Accord is going to get the same treatment. And so if you guys stick around, come probably April to May, probably right after I get the Jetta done, we'll start playing with this. And we'll make this into a Ute just like the Altima. So, then we got my 2011 Camaro SS sitting in the garage. So there you go. Well, let's get to the slideshow. And thanks for watching. If you like this, hit the like, subscribe, notifications, and leave me a comment. Alright, so here's the first pictures of the Altima. As you can see, it was a dark green. Got the 4 doors, the back windows cut out of it. And it's a pretty clean car. There's not really a lot of damage on it. There's some rust on the rockers and a little bit of body work, you know, here and there along the way, but otherwise it was pretty straight. The fenders were good. It had clear lights in it. I didn't like those. I wanted to have the tinted smoke lights, so I bought those. And had steel wheels. This fender here actually had a dent in the front. If you look down to the bottom, you can see there's a little small dent there, probably the size of a football. Nothing really too bad. It was easy to fix. And there's the interior, and a nice two-tone, like a saddle and a brown, which we will be painting and changing the colors. Alright, here's the first look at getting ready to cut. The yellow tape going around the body is the cut line. That's where I knew I wanted to cut the back off the pieces I didn't want. And there's a trunk cut. I took the trunk off, left what I was leaving on in place, latched up and ready to go. Okay, now it's all been cut out. You'll see that where the back seat was is cut. There's round tube going around the whole top of the body, and all the steel from the outer body is welded to it. And here we've put a roll bar in. Got to have some safety, so I stuck a roll bar in. It welds to the floor, to the structure, and hopefully if I ever go on my roof, that'll save my life. Okay, here I used 2-inch exhaust pipe to strengthen the top of the quarters, the doors, and the trunk. And there's it all tack welded together with a view from the back. Gave me kind of an idea of where I was heading towards. And here was the starting of making the back window. And originally I was going to put a light in the back. I ended up not doing that. That's just pink styrofoam insulation. And here's the rear doors welded up. They're welded solid. I used a lift to hold the body up, made sure it was straight and where it needed to be, and it had to do good door gaps. And then we welded it 100%. And then we welded up to where the door handles was and filled all that in. Again, the other side had to do all the same things. So you can see the door's got a real nice gap. Make sure you got a good gap before you start welding, because you can't fix it once it's already welded. But we're going to weld this side up the same. And then we put some structural components in. That's 3/4 inch square tube and 1.5 inch angle in the front. That's to strengthen up and square off the body and the inside. Okay, now we put some diamond plate aluminum on the back, and we started putting the side panels in. They're just flat steel. They're 18 gauge, plenty strong enough. And if you look down, the floor supports are also 3/4 inch square tube. Made the bottom of the floor flat so I could put a floor in it. And there's the floor. The floor came out of an F-150. It had some. It was a used piece. I got it, of course, for nothing. So I wanted to look as much like original floor as it should. Here's the interior, taped up. I used a plastic prep, an adhesion promoter, and then we used some duplicolor black, and we sprayed the inside black. And that stuff has held up great. It's been, going on 3 years now, and it looks fine. Okay, back on the outside, we made these panels and welded them on. They welded onto the exhaust, and they welded onto the square tube, and that made the tops for the quarter panels. And here is the framing for the back window. It's just 3/4 tube bent to mimic the side of the car, and that's where the windows are going. In the back here, this here is screws put in and a panel. That way I could screw the back panel onto the main body. In hindsight, I wish I would have welded that panel on instead of making one out of fiberglass. The fiberglass over time has got some marks in it, and it's not quite what I wanted, but it's good for now, and maybe one day we'll redo it. Okay, as you can see here, I've got body filler on it, getting the body work done. There's just body work where it had to be. I mean, most of the car was pretty straight. And as you can see, just where the welds were. Okay, here's the inside. There's the gas door, the fuel pump door, and the trunk, and some of the bodywork on the top. And that's where your spare tire goes. I made a door for that so that it'd have access in case I ever had a flat, or at least I'd have a spare tire. And here's the first look at some of the color. We started with the jams. I wanted to get an idea what the color was going to be and what it was going to look like, so we painted that. And here's a look of the truck rack that I made. I ended up finally painting it black, but that fits right in there nicely. Go right to the front of the windshield, and I've used it. Bed liner, we sprayed the whole inside with bed liner. Gave it a nice durable surface, and this thing is used. It doesn't just sit there like that. I put stuff in it. So there it is. There's the interior put back together. Silver around the bezels, and then the rest of it black. I'm happy with it. Looks good. And there's a look at it. First time we actually moved some furniture with it. Got a bed on top, got a dresser inside, and we did some moving. We took a trip down to Nissan, the dealership. This is during COVID. Not many cars around on a Sunday morning. And we took a nice video of the car. So there she is, all fresh. This was just after it was painted and on the road. So if you look in the background, there's no cars in the parking lot. Nissan was pretty quiet back then. There's a nice 360 of it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the likes, subscribe, notifications, leave a comment, share with your friends. And we'll be back on the Jetta next week, and we'll keep working on that, but I thought we'd share this video for now. And you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you next week.